The same property then, because we've renovated it, we've got a new kitchen, new bathroom, we've painted and decorated the whole house, we have electrics, plumbing, everything has been done. We've modernized the property, and that property now looks really, really good. You're now worth £1,200,000. So you're now a property millionaire. Hey, it's your boy Rahim. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button because I share personal development, property investment, and how to gain financial freedom. In this video, I'm going to share with you what you could use £40,000 to make you a millionaire. You see, some people that have £40,000, they think about buying a car or going on an expensive holiday, or maybe just gambling it on stock and shares. So in this video, I'm going to really share with you what is the best thing to do in order to make your 40,000 work a lot harder for you instead of you working for it. Suppose then we've got this £40,000. Let's say maybe we got it from friends and family, or maybe we've saved for a while in order to get this money. So instead of gambling it in stock and shares, cryptos and all that sort of thing, we decided to look into properties and see if we're able to use that money to make us a millionaire. So if you really want to learn about what I'm going to share with you, I'd advise you to watch this video until the end, because it would blow your mind away how you'll be able to turn this £40,000 into a multi-million pound property portfolio. So let's get going. So first of all, you need to learn and understand what you need to do in order to put your £40,000 in. It's important I do a disclaimer here. This video is based on my experience and how I've utilized £40,000 and how I've helped my investors to use £40,000 in a way that it gets them to become a property millionaire. So let's get to it. Suppose we've got £40,000. Obviously, we're not going to buy any sort of property. We want to go in and look for properties in a certain amount range in order for us to be able to use that £40,000. Suppose we've got £40,000. We want to look for a property around maybe £50,000 to £60,000. Suppose we went online and saw a property that is going for about maybe £70,000. So we saw that property, we did our due diligence, and we negotiated, and we were able to buy that property for £60,000. So what we're going to do, we're going to put that price here. We bought the property for £60,000, okay? So £60,000 is how much we are buying the property at. Because we're investing, we do not need that 60,000 straight away. But however, what we need 25% of this £60,000 in order to allow the bank to lend us 75% of the £60,000. So we need a deposit, 25% deposit. That would be £15,000. So in essence, we need £15,000 in order to be able to put down to get a 75% loan of the £45,000. Suppose that we've got that £15,000. Let's estimate our legal administration cost maybe about £5,000. Legal plus admin. Let's say that would have been £5,000. Because we're buying properties that we are adding value to, we're not buying or a done-up property, we're going to forecast, or we're going to estimate our renovation cost to be £20,000. Again, in this situation, you want to be thinking about £15,000, but because you're overestimating your expenses, we're going to estimate it to be about £20,000. Okay, so our refurb, the reason why we do renovation is because we want to force the value of the property. So in essence, then we're investing £20,000. Okay, so at this point, our total investment would be the 15,000, the 5,000, and the 20,000. That then gives us our £40,000 we would have raised, maybe from savings or maybe from work that we've worked, or someone, actually a family member, borrowed that money to us. So that is the £40,000. So now we've done all that, we've done all the renovation works, everything is done. Fast forward to finishing all the works. The same property then, because we've renovated it, we've got a new kitchen, new bathroom, we've painted and decorated the whole house, we've have electrics, plumbing, everything has been done. We've modernized the property, and that property now looks really, really good, and it's a property that people would want to live in, or would be a property that someone can sell and make return an investment. So fast forward then, we've done the property, we've added that value, and that property has come back now. Fair market value of that property have moved from 60,000 to now 120,000 pounds. You may be thinking, how did we get the 120,000 pounds? We got the 120,000 pounds by investing this amount in there to add value by doing the renovation works and all that sort of thing. So assuming the property come back on 120,000 pounds, what we'll do at that point, we are going to go and remortgage the property at a higher rate, because we forced the value by doing all this work here. So what would happen then, we can then instruct a mortgage broker to go out there and look for the best lenders, and then once they've got a lender, we'll tell that lender, hey lender, we've got a property, we've done so much work in it, we've added significant value to it, and that property now we believe is worth 120,000 pounds. So what the bank will do at that point, we can say, okay, that's fine, let's go and revalue it. The bank will go and revalue that property. Hopefully you got your figures right and your analysis were right. That property would come back at 120,000 pounds. So once the bank confirmed the property is worth 120,000 pounds, what the bank would do at that point, they would borrow you 75% of the 120,000 pounds. So that would be your mortgage. That would be your new mortgage, okay? Your new mortgage then, 75% of 120,000 pounds would be 90,000 pounds, okay? So 90,000 pounds is what the bank will lend you for adding that value, okay? So what you then do at that point, you're gonna work out what your existing loan was. The loan you borrowed initially. Remember the loan you've borrowed? The 75% of the 60,000 pounds? The 75% of the 60,000 pounds would be your loan repayment. Okay? Your loan repayment. So that would be how much? 45,000 pounds. 45,000 pounds. So 45,000 pounds is what you need to pay first. And then we've already put our deposit down. 5,000 for legal and administration costs, and obviously we spend about 20,000 pounds. So that's gonna be our refurb cost, okay? Our refurb cost. So our refurb cost is how much? You guessed it right, 40,000 pounds, okay? 40,000 pounds. So 40,000 pounds is how much it cost us to bring that property to 120,000 pounds. Is this making sense? Brilliant. Let's now assume, okay, when we took this loan here, this 45,000 pounds, let's assume it was a bridging loan and we were paying lots of interest on that loan itself. Let's assume that loan, we paid altogether 5,000 pounds to get the bridging loan company to lend us the 45,000 pounds. That's gonna be interest payment, okay? Interest payment of 5,000 pounds, okay? So what you're gonna do at this point, this 90,000 pounds here, okay? This 90,000 pounds here that the bank will lend you, which is 75% of the 120,000 pounds, would go to your solicitor's account, because the solicitor will be dealing with the remortgage. Is that making sense? So what would happen at that point, that money sits to your solicitor's account. So what your solicitor does at that point is to find out if you've got any mortgage when you bought the property at 60,000. Obviously, we would have got that mortgage there, which is the 45,000 pounds. So what the solicitor will do at that point, they will deduct that 45,000 pounds and pay your existing lender, right? That then releases you to move onto this lender here, right? So you move on to that lender. So what would happen then, the solicitor will deduct that money and the remaining 45,000 pounds will be paid into your account, right? In essence, if you bought the property as a business, it would have been paid to your business account. If it's under a personal name, then obviously it will be paid to your personal account. So what you will do at that point as the investor is to pay yourself back. So you know your renovation cost was 40,000 pounds and you know you've paid an interest of £5,000. So in essence, you've got to pay that £45,000 back to you. So if you deduct that from the remaining £45,000, you've got no money left in. So you've got no money left in this deal, okay? Because you was able to pull all your renovation costs and all the interest you've paid for that loan. Okay, is this making sense? I hope it is making sense. So at that point, you've got nothing left in the deal. So in essence, you've got your £45,000 back. Okay, so what you then want to do at that point, once you've got your £45,000, you've got it right, is to rinse and repeat the whole process. Okay, so you go again, get a £60,000 property, you do exactly the same thing. Then takes you to your second property, you do the same thing, takes you to your third property, you do the same thing, and then all the way to about maybe your 10th property, okay? So once you're at your 10th property, if they all come back, let's say they come back at maybe £120,000 each, okay? Suppose you're in the 10th property, right? In your 10th property, and each of them come back at £120,000, okay? You're now worth £1,200,000. So you're now a property millionaire. You may be thinking, wow, this sounds too good to be true. I understand that it sounds too good to be true, but to be honest with you, if you focus your energy, you focus your time and looking for properties like this, these are the properties that will make you a millionaire, multi-millionaire, and eventually gets you to become a decamillionaire. This is what I'm very good at. The way I build my portfolio using this formula, because this formula is what allows me to recycle all my money so I can go again and buy more properties. I remember recently, I was just renovating one of my HMO properties. They sent all my information out there to the lender, but the lender was a bit surprised how I was able to build a multi-million-pound property portfolio in a very short period of time. So they asked me to make a statement so that they understand how I was able to build this thing in a very short period of time. So I had to make a statement, use the same example I've just illustrated here, how I was able to buy my properties. Here's the thing. If you put your mind into it, you set yourself maybe 2 to 3 years to do this, assuming that, let's say worst case scenario, you do 3 properties a year. So if you do 3 properties a year, in your first year you do 3 properties, your second year you did 3 properties, and your fourth year, because now it's becoming a second nature, you're very good at what you're doing now, you can hit the 4th properties. In your third year, you'll be on 10 properties. So if you're on a 10 property using the same thing, the reason why I said 3 properties also is because not all properties you see on the market would enable you to recycle your money out. So you'll be looking for these nice, amazing deals in order to be able to recycle your money out so that you can go again to buy more houses, assuming that you're going to do 3 every year, just 3 every single year. And this is so doable, especially if you've got the right coach, the right mentor to guide you and expedite the process. It is so doable. It's just the first one, second one, third one, and then you're done. So you then roll that money over again to another deal, roll that to another deal. By the time you reach year 3, you are on 1.2 million. How amazing. What feelings would that be? Imagine doing this for just 3 years and having £1.2 million property. Assuming then each of those properties generates you a minimum of £500 a month. Okay, times that by 10 properties, you're talking about how much? £5,000 every single month. And if you times that by 12, how much are you talking about? We're talking about £60,000. So you've got £1.2 million property portfolio that generates you £60,000. Let me ask you a question. What would £60,000 a year do for you? What changes would £60,000 do to your life? I believe if you are like so many people, that 60,000 will do a lot more things for you. One, by helping you increase your property portfolio. If you like to give back to charity, you can give back to charity. You could go on holiday the time and place you want to do it. You can dictate your life instead of allowing your employers to dictate your life for you. If you really want to learn how to do things like that, you're interested and you think this is something that you really want to implement, there's a link on this video, button the link, click on that link, book yourself for a free strategy call where you will meet one of my specialists who will guide you through the process. And hopefully, if you're interested and you really want to implement, you can join our programs where we can share with you step by step how to implement strategies like this, which is the strategies I implement and I'm currently implementing to build my property portfolio for me and lots of my investors. If you like this video or any of my videos, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video. Thank you.